Hey y'all, nobody's here yet. Oh, that's not touch screen. Let's see if this can. Where are the comments? Over there it is. Okay. Hey. Say hi in the chat and let me know where you're from. I have a fun project I'm going to start today. I'm going to do it tutorial style. I was just going to wait just a few minutes to see if anybody else will get on. So let me know where you're from in the comments, and I would love to know where you're from, or if you've been on the last one. Well, today we're going to work on a hexagon cardigan. So I hope you're ready for that. I have got some beautiful colors here today. My friend picked her own colors, so can't hold them all up at once. But there's 9 different colors here, and I'm just going to randomly choose them for the cardigan. I'm using my new foam additions to the little needles, and this is the stainless steel 3.5, and of course scissors. So nothing major different there. I just want to come on and get a live at 6:45, so kind of excited. I made this hat today. Made this hat and another one just like it. And I don't have it in here. So, hello everyone. Hey y'all. We are going to make hexagon cardigan today. I've got my 9 colors here. And let's see, it is 6:47. We are going to get started. I've got a 3.5 millimeter hook with my little new additions that I've got. So thank y'all for joining today, and I'm going to turn this around and get started on the cardigan. So thank y'all for being here. Leave a comment in the chat if you would like. There we go. And let me know where you're from. See if I can turn this the right direction. Orientation is locked. Okay. There's our 9 colors. Hang on just a second. I'm still getting the hang of all this live stuff. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank you for hanging around. There's our colors. Now you can see a little bit better. Okay, here we are with our colors. We're going to start with random. Let's just start with this one. This is a very light blue. And hi Justin and hi Allie. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a magic circle to start with. Okay. And I don't know if y'all have seen the hexagon sweaters or not, or if you've ever made one or not, but I figured I was making this one for my friend, and I figured I would just do it on a video, on a live. And that way it'll be a little at a time. We're not going to do the whole thing today. Just a second. Without that light, it is very difficult to see everything on this video. So please forgive me. have to get everything plugged in. There we go. We're going to do 2 on this one. Okay, where are y'all from? I'd love to know where my viewers are from. I have viewers from all over the world. Hello, Neymar. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm probably going to be on here for about 30 minutes or so today. Maybe a little longer than that. So there we go. We're just going to get this hexagon sweater started. What is the weather like where you are? It is rainy today here. I've already messed up. Dun dun. Okay. I need groups of 3. So you need 6 clusters of 3. I'm making a cardigan, the hexagon cardigan. It's very hot. Well, it's very rainy here. It was thundering and the sky is rolling. One, 2, 3, 4. So have y'all ever used these foam things before? They are very inexpensive and they have helped my hand so much on crocheting today when I made these hats. They were very nice to have. Cloudy is good when it's been hot. 3, 4, 5. You need 6 clusters of 3. Okay, so if you're crocheting along with me on this, you're going to need 6 clusters of 3 double crochets. And we're doing 2 chains in between each. This is a 3.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to pull that together now. And what I like to do is chain up straight from there. But I'm going to switch colors really quick. We are just going to randomize these colors. And I like to pull that through. And just go right back in that space. And we'll grab this one. And I've got my little bowl here to keep my yarn in. Nothing fancy. Just a little bowl. And you leave a pretty good tail here. You can tie in later. And chain up 3. Now this time you're going to have 2 along with it. Looks very good. I hope it will look good. It's very pretty colors, so I'm really excited about it. That is pulling through there. And thank y'all for being on. I love doing this YouTube channel. And it's been really fun. It's been a learning curve and a big experience. Experiment and experience. Lots of experiences through YouTube. So we want in each of these spaces, we want 3 clusters, 2 clusters, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Okay. And then in the next space, you're going to do without a chain in between 3 doubles. So you're not going to do a space. What I'm trying to do is make it not large holes everywhere. Yes, hi. And we're going to do 2 chains because that's the corner. And 3 more in here. I'm just trying out this time of day, first of all, and trying the tutorial on a live to see how well that will work. Because I really love teaching. That is what I love to do. And this has been a great way to teach more people. So do y'all crochet, you that are on here right now? Are y'all crocheters? That yarn split a little bit right there. So first we've got 6 clusters of 3 with 2 chains in between. The next row is 2 clusters in each space with 2 chains in between and no chain in the middle of each. I hope that is making sense. And we are definitely random choosing the colors on this one. So each one of these is going to be a corner. And then each space gets that extra corner. And I'll show you what this turns out to be here in a second. I've watched so many of these videos and I love them. I love these sweaters. So what are your favorite works in progress right now? What have you got? Whips on the hook? Any whips going? Or what is the favorite project that you've made before? Mine are sweaters because I just love making them. We have 6 corners and we're going to slip this right together. Are any of y'all watching crocheters? I'll lock that in there. And we're just going to stick our hook right back in there. And we're going to switch to a dark color. I'm going to pull it right in here. One, two, three. 3 chains up. And this is a space in between. So you've got your corner here. And then you've got a space in between. So you want 3 double crochets in the space. And then on the corner you want 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles. So every corner. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments. Zora. Hi, Zora. Thanks, I love your color choice. Which yarn brand are you using? Yarn brand is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. This is the olive one. So my friend actually picked her own yarn and her own colors. And this is what she chose. And we're going to do this one all random with these colors. And I've made her a hexagon sweater already once. And she loves it, but it's got real big spaces in it because I used a larger hook. And now I am making it with a smaller hook and less spaces here. Like I'm not chaining in between the spaces unless it's a corner. So, welcome everyone. I love Hobby Lobby yarn, yes. Some of my favorites. And I love it when they have a sale. And I'm telling you, this little thing here has been my hand saver today. So if you haven't seen these, I would look for them. I found them on Amazon. I can put a link in the description after we're done here. They're very inexpensive and they're well worth it. Do I charge? It depends on who it is. The last one I made for her, I do believe I charged her. I've sold 3 of them. And I think I've given 1 away and I've made myself 2. So, yes, she's going to buy the yarn for this and probably pay me when it's done. So, yes. And these right here are really great fall colors. They really are. And my little magic circle here is coming out. So, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. See if I can find my needle. Of course, I put it off to the side. Okay. We're going to sew this one in real quick. Because I don't want the center pulling out while we're going. I always go 1 yarn over so it locks it in completely on the circle. And so Zora, about where are you from? I'm from Northeast Texas here. We're about 3 hours from Dallas. I charge about $50. And I know that's not an internet price, what you would charge someone you don't know. But to me, if you're going to make it for your friend, that's over the amount of the yarn. So the yarn plus 50. It's a good bit of work, and I make the bottom part and the pockets and everything else. So it's really nice. Really nice. Tennessee. That is a beautiful state. I love it in Tennessee. I was there when I was younger. I lived in Memphis for a little while. Yeah, I think $50 is a fair price for a friend. So if I'm going to sell it online, like to random, I think I would charge a little bit more just because you're making a business of it. and you put all those hours in it, because it's a lot of hours. But I think 50 over the yarn is fair for a friend, because you're spending a lot of hours on it. So Houston, that is a city I have not been to. Very big. Very big place. I'm more of a rural area person. I love the rural area, not the big cities. 2. So after this closes up here, y'all can see how this is forming. 3, and then we're going to slip that into there. What colors is the cardigan you're working on, Zora? What colors do you have going? What to say? My tail's kind of short there at the beginning. Okay, here we go. Floop. There's your body and your sleeve. There we go. It's perfect for a little doll right now. All you have to do is make another one exactly like it and sew them together. But we're going to add on a lot more than that. Now I'm only going to do one side on this video, because that way it won't be going on forever and ever. And we're going to go with, maybe we'll go with this one right here. And we're just going to continue with the same pattern. So we're going to come in here in the space. Make sure you have enough tail to tie in later. And we're going to chain 3 and do 2 more doubles. And since it's between the space here, we're not going to do a chain on what's not the corner. We're only doing chains on the corners. Where is everyone else from? I'm just curious. Zora's the only one that's answered so far. Navy blue, ivory, and light blue. Oh, chenilles are beautiful. And those colors, I bet it's gorgeous. And then we're going to get 3 in here with no chain in between. Yeah, the ones I've made before are wild colors. Like all multicolors. They're just so pretty. Scrappy yarn, all different kinds of yarn, in all different colors. But I'm ready to make some that are a little more tame. I do have a black and a dark blue one. Yes, chenille. Oh, chenille. If you have those colors of chenille, or you want more of those colors, check your Ollie's, I think. I think it's Ollie's. It's not Aldi's. Ollie. Because I found their yarn, and we had a bunch of blue and gray and a cream color, which might work for the ivory. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but those were at Ollie's, and they had a whole bunch of them, and they were 50% the price of the regular yarn at a different store, like at Hobby Lobby. The same skein would be $10, and theirs was for $5. Oh, man. Yeah, we just got one a couple years ago. And I finally went the first time. But my stash was very full, so I did not buy any. because I refuse to buy too much yarn. I love it. I'd love to hoard it, but I'm not going to. Got to use what I have. Unless there's a special project, of course. Well, thank you, Zora, for being so talkative tonight. It's nice to have someone to talk to on here. And I know there's some other people watching. So I'm glad y'all are on here as well. And if you're wanting to learn this sweater, I do have a video already. Whoops, I don't chain there. That shows how to make it. And it was child size. So I gotta get my computer back on. There. Yep, no chain in between. Yeah, the last one I did, I believe I did chains in between. And I'm just cutting that out so the holes aren't quite so big here. Yeah, people who get it. That's right. Some people just don't get it. They don't understand the thrill of finding yarn on sale or, you know, finding yarn, period, or a super soft yarn you've been looking for or wishing you could find. Yeah. Well, you should check into some local groups. I have recently found a local crochet group at a local church. It's a different denomination, but they were very nice ladies, and I had a really good time today. I went this morning. It's a 2-hour crochet group, and everybody just brings what they're working on. And they do some things for donations, and some things they do for themselves. And so everybody just sat around and crocheted, and it was really nice. It was pretty fun, and I got a pattern out of it even from one of the ladies. Her shawl that she had was very beautiful, and she had a pattern for it. So I love getting new patterns as well. I'll probably be making that very soon for this winter. Quivet. I've never heard of that one. I'll have to check that out. 3. But we had a crochet group at the library this summer. And so I would check your local libraries or local churches. Check Facebook and see if there's anything local going on. You might accidentally find a group that you can join. There we are. This is so pretty. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. I think we're going to do this cream color, this one here. It's not cream really, it's a beige. So we are making a hexagon cardigan here. Gonna make sure I have enough tail. This is for a friend of mine. She picked all her colors out. It's from the Musk Ox. Very, very interesting. I've never heard of that. One of my favorites is mohair yarn. Mohair wool. And it's super, super soft. It's very delicate though, so you don't want to have a lot of things made out of it really, because it picks on everything. But I do love the feel of it. It's not like regular wool that's itchy. And our Hobby Lobby has lowered their amount of the natural wools that they have on stock. So they only have a few to choose from now. But I bet I could find that online too. So you're doing 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets in each corner. And each space in between the corners gets 3 double crochets without any chains in between these spaces. So I appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. And if you'd like to tell us what you're working on, you can put that in the comments as well. This is only my second official live, so I'm still learning all the ins and outs of it. But I've really enjoyed YouTube. I enjoy YouTube much more than Facebook these days. And I watch so many people. I guess my 3 favorites are TL Yarn, Evelyn Crafts, and Hill Lovers Crochet. Those are 3 of my crochet favorites off of YouTube. There's plenty more. I just don't have their names at the tip of my tongue, so I'd have to go look and see. But those 3 have been very fun to watch. Yep. Let's see. Back to the corner. But I swear these little foam things are going to save my hands this winter. I'll be able to crochet even more this fall and winter without my hands cramping so much. Well, so if you want your Hexagon Cardigan to be loose with larger holes, you put a chain in between each section here, and you can use a larger hook if you like. Right now I'm working on a smaller hook, so it won't have as many larger spaces in it. These colors are really turning out beautiful. Oops. The biggest problem with the Hexagon Cardigan is tying all these in after you have a lot of ends. And I have a trick coming out soon. Bag a Day Crochet, Hooked on Robin. Brianna K. I think I've seen Brianna K. I'll have to check those others out. Thank you very much. There's quite a few I watch. I just don't remember their names right offhand. Pretty peaceful. Okay. The Bag a Day Crochet sounds very interesting. I love making bags. They are one of my most fun projects to make. And since I learned to make panel sweaters, I love making panel sweaters because you don't follow a pattern really. You make the front panel and the back panel and 2 panels for the arms, and you sew them together. They're very easy to do. And that way I can also knit a sweater because I only know 1 stitch for knitting. Do you also knit, Zora? Making some progress. This is pretty good. We're going to go through all these colors. Yeah. Okay. Megan Deco, she makes good tutorials. Anything she teaches you can make. Awesome. I'm going to have to look her up. Is that a yes to you knit as well? Oh, and do you do Graphgans or mosaic crochet? Yes, it is fun though. I can knit a square or rectangle, but I threw myself into crochet more, so I haven't done it in a while. But I really want to learn how to do mosaic crochet. And Evelyn Crafts teaches that. I haven't sat down to really learn it yet, so that's on me. But I cannot wait to learn it. And Graphgan is the old-fashioned way, I think. You have tried mosaic. Is it hard or is it easier than it looks? Because it sure looks complicated. But I really can't wait to try it anyway. Oh, I haven't done that either. I've got to get those hooks to do that. So, yeah, there's lots of things with crochet. You can keep learning things constantly and keep advancing. There's always something new to learn. That's another thing I love about it because it's challenging. There's always something new. I love that you have already tried those. That is awesome. Okay. It sounds like the storms outside have settled down, and that is good. And I'm sure the temperature is going to cool off because it rained really good earlier. Oops. Do you have a favorite set of hooks, Zora, for crochet? Have you tried anything different? Like, I still use the metal mostly. And I've seen a lot of really nice sets of hooks. But I have not tried any of them yet. cool. Oh, Teal Yarn Craft book. I'll have to check into that. Was it a physical book or an ebook that you have to print? She's a really good teacher too, really. And I love the fact that she's made her own yarn and everything. Hello, everyone. If you'll put in the comments where you're from or what project you're working on, I'd love to know. I'm Northeast Texas here. My brother said I'm losing my southern accent, and I don't know why. So, he said I don't sound like I'm from Texas anymore. So that was a little weird. Let's see. Furls crochet hooks. I've heard of those. Furls. Yeah, these are straight up stainless steel from Walmart. The little tiny ones I have. And all the other ones I use are metal. It's a physical book. I'm going to have to look into that. Because I really like the physical books better than the ebooks. I've got a physical book myself about to be coming out for hat patterns. Because I love making hats to donate. Especially for winter time, for the homeless, or for mission trips or anything like that. And the group I was with today donates them to the preschoolers at the local schools. So that's pretty interesting too. I've also got this book here. My Yarn Projects. This one is on Amazon. And it has your patterns and it's a project journal. I think there's 50 or 100 in here. I'm not sure. It's in the description on Amazon. And I've already started it. And this is one I made and have published. I do have a website. It is wildlyartisticliving.art.blog. And I have a newsletter. From my blog, if you want to subscribe to the blog, I'm doing a newsletter. And I try to do other posts as well as the newsletter. So wildlyartisticliving.art.blog. It's on most of my video descriptions. And I'll have to add it to this one after it's done going live. Well, thank you. I love this because I can write the projects I'm working on. And like I have one project that I was making and it was an amigurumi. And I only made part of it. And I made it out of the different colors because I wasn't using the color in the pattern itself. And I literally forgot which one it was. So now I have these little body parts that don't go to anything. And if I had written it down, if I had had this book, I could have written it down and I would not have forgotten what project I was working on. Because I have 3 or 4 different amigurumi books. And I do not do videos on amigurumi yet, really, because I'm, just getting really good at doing them. I'm not prepared to teach that yet. Sorry about the arm. I'm trying to fix my yarn here. Had to stuff that back in because it was fighting with itself. But this is a Hexagon cardigan we're working on with some beautiful fall colors. If you're just here, I see there's some people here still, and I don't know if you were here already or if someone else got off and someone new got on. So we're doing Hexagon Cardigan. Oops. Goes on my plugs. I'm very excited where all of this is going. And my goal was to finish my hat book by the end of August. A lot has happened, and it looks like it's going to be in September sometime. So I'm not quite done with it yet. But I'm very excited to get that out and announce that. I've already got 10 patterns in it. I do have some patterns on sale on Etsy as well. I'm going to sell them individually on Etsy. And in the book, there'll be physical book copy, and they'll be all together. Here we are, almost done with this color. There we go. Oops. Now we're to the last corner this time. Hello, everyone. Whoops, this yarn is getting hooked up here. There we go. 2 chains on the corner with 2 clusters of double crochets. And we are at the end here. We're going to slip this one together. Pull it through. There we go. Now that is beautiful. Oh my goodness. That is 6 colors so far. I love it. See if I can get that yarn inside. There we go. There we go. 6 colors so far, and I have 3 more to go. We're going to go with this cream color now. I think I'm going to pull out of the middle of this one. I just got the machine that makes these cakes a while back. This little booger here. And it works really well. Now, I should have got the one that had the base, because I had to make a base for this one and just glue everything on because it would not clamp to my table. So I made cakes out of these, and I would definitely suggest having that because it makes it much easier to work with your yarn rather than balling it up by hand like I have done for many, many, many years. So I would definitely suggest getting one of those. I'll put the link in the description when I'm done here for that as well. And I'll tell you, this little foam thing was worth it. Up now I'm pulling out the middle. I gotta pull it. This came in a set of, I think, 5 or 6. So you too have a great evening. I'll see you on the next one you join. Okay. We have got 3 more colors here. This one and 2 more. I'm very excited about getting this sweater done for my friend. And these colors are just beautiful. My friend chose her own colors. And she bought the yarn. And I'm making her a hexagon sweater. A hexagon cardigan. So, if you haven't made one of these, it's very simple to make. And you can use scrappy yarn. You can do it all one color if you like. Which I think will be my next one after this one. I think I want to make a solid color one. Just because most of the things I have are wild and scrappy. Lots of colors. Hey, Tiffany. Yes, here it is. It's coming together so pretty. So, yeah, I'm going to make myself a solid color one after this one. Because everything I have is scrappy and wild. But this has been pretty fun. So what are you up to tonight? Yes, I love my scrappy and wild ones. But sometimes I'd like to have a solid colored one to wear when I'm not feeling scrappy and wild. I've got some good references for a book and some different channels to watch today. There was one person on earlier and we had some pretty good conversation. So I'm going to do this one in 2 more colors on screen here. This is a pretty easy sweater to make once you know your basic stitches. So it is a great project for anyone who's already learned their first and their single crochet and their double crochet. Cool. What's for dinner? Oh boy, I haven't even thought about dinner yet. Stuffed boiled peppers and sandwiches. Sounds pretty good. It sounds easy. Yes, definitely. Well, I'm not the best small talker, so we have talked about yarn, and we have talked about hooks, and we've talked about crochet groups. Talked about Hobby Lobby sales. Let's see. Kind of healthy. I like healthy. I opted out of a feast of a lunch today and came home and ate my healthy food for lunch. I was proud of myself. The crochet group that I went to had a big potluck. I mean, there were all kinds of choices and all kinds of desserts, just like any church dinner. But I opted to go on home instead of eating. I like how eating healthy makes me feel better instead of eating really not healthy and then feeling bad. Well, as you go around these, your rows get longer and longer. I know you won't, but I have to. Sometimes, anyway. I know that I might opt in for that one sometimes, though. So here is another corner. On the corners, we do 3 doubles, 2 chains, and 3 doubles. And then we just do 3 doubles in each space all the way across. I love these colors too. They're beautiful. I've already spun them up. Like, I have this little machine. I finally got one. They're not expensive, but I would suggest getting one with the base. So I've spun them up into little cakes so I can have a small section of the yarn to work with at a time. And I really like that little machine. And they do have electric ones, but I'm not sure I would go for that. Two, three. Yeah, these colors are beautiful. There's 9 colors total. And so far, I'm going to make 1/2 of this on screen. And the other half, I'm going to do off screen and do exactly the colors that are in this. So I don't want to totally bore y'all with, crocheting the same thing twice. but I can crochet almost all day if I had the time. So, well, this will show us the real time of how long it takes to make this sweater too. There we go. And there is 7 colors done. Yep, you have a great night too. There it is so far, 7 colors. Alrighty. Think we're going to go with the light green now. We've got 2 more colors to do for anyone else who is still here and watching. We've got 2 more colors. And we are just making this beautiful hexagon sweater. I appreciate y'all with being patient with me learning how to do these live videos because I'm still getting the hang of it. And I'm not sure if this is a thorough enough tutorial. And if not, I do have another tutorial on the hexagon sweater. But it does have larger holes than this. Well, it's just slipping all out, isn't it? There we go. So I do have another tutorial if you are interested in that. I'm going to have to check the, whatever it's called, the time continuum. If it's in real time, because I'm watching it on my computer as I'm recording it with the other phone, and there's a delay. So I'm going to have to go back and watch it and make sure there's not a delay, or this will not work for tutorials. But otherwise, I think it's working out. And I appreciate y'all coming on and watching. If you are not subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed. I try to do a video every week. And I'm starting these lives now. I've got a book coming out, and I already have 1 book out. I have some patterns on Etsy. Got all kinds of things going on. But if you want to know all what I'm doing, you can check out the website, which will be in the description. I don't think it's there yet, though. I'm going to have to add it in. So this is the first one I've scheduled. And that worked out pretty cool. I watched a video today that recommended scheduling it a little bit ahead of time. Oop. I did 4 again. Why am I doing that? Okay, 3. Here we go. This is very exciting because I haven't made one since, I guess, last fall. It's not fall yet, I know, but it's really nice weather here now. Now that it rained, it's been cooling off the last few days. And I'm ready for some fall weather where I can sit and crochet. And just to put a little plug in there, if you have the desire to crochet with other people in person, check into your local churches and local libraries and just see if there's any groups already formed, because you never know what might be in your local area. That has been something that I've enjoyed lately. And I just joined a second one this morning. And those ladies were so nice, and we sat and crocheted together. And it was quite fun. I'm going to go back to this one. The one at the library was only for the summer. So, but if someone started one, aka you, if you were wanting a group to crochet with in your local area, you could always start one. And share the joy of crocheting with other people. And then y'all can donate your stuff or just have gifts. So, just a thought, just an idea. Our area can't be the only one with local groups. But not everybody is interested in crocheting with a group of folks either. So, my little dog is squeaking her toy. Her favorite toy. It's this, she's a Chiweenie. And she's squeaking her banana. And it's actually a squeaky banana. And she's long, and it's long, and it's just cute. Daisy. At least she didn't bring it in here to disturb everything going on here. I do have some videos of Daisy on there, on the shorts from way back. She was actually born in my living room because, and there's her other toy. I was babysitting her parents, and her mama was heavy with babies. Well, she only had 2, but she seemed very heavy. She was a full-blooded Chiweenie. And, hi, baby. And she ended up having those puppies in my living room. And I fell in love with this baby the first day she was born. She got her name within an hour of being born. And I definitely needed her in my life right now. Whoops. Well, we're almost done for today, y'all. We got this Hexagon Cardigan going right around, and I've got one color left for today. And if you would like, put in the comments what you're working on. I'd love to hear what you're working on. There's several of you watching still. So don't be shy. If you want to let me know what you're working on, or if you crochet, or any YouTubers you found recently that you really like. I'm going to have to go back and look at the comments. Just 2. Because I got some new YouTubers to look up now. One. Oops. Yeah, that's the 3rd one. Making sure. I keep sneaking in 4 here and there. I have to watch myself. Hello, hello. And if you are interested in any of the things that I've got on these videos, go look at my website. It's wildlyartisticliving.art.blog. And you can subscribe there, and that way you won't miss anything that's new coming. I keep saying, And I keep trying to make myself not say, I need to work on that even more. But this is the olive color. These are all Yarn Bee. They're very beautiful colors. And we'll have 9 rows when I'm done here. 1, 2, 3, and this is a corner. And if you're looking for a full tutorial on the Hexagon Cardigan, I do have another video on this. Uh-oh. She hears something. It's okay. My dogs are going crazy. And once again, this little foam thing is one of my favorite things now. This is a 3.5 millimeter hook, and these quite often make my hand cramp a lot because it's so tiny. And I've sat here and done this whole thing in one sitting. Well, come on now. Get in there. And I love it. They don't cost very much. And they're a great investment. Or you can go to the dollar store and get some makeup things. Makeup sponges, or so I've heard. And you somehow put a hole in them. And put your hooks through those. I've even seen some people do it with the tennis ball. On videos, of course. I haven't seen that in real life. But I don't know how that would work, because that seems like it would be awful big. This color is almost done. There's 3, and we're going to slip this together. Now, one more color for tonight, and there we are. There we are. There's one side looking pretty nice. Oh, it's beautiful. There's 8 colors. I'm going to do one more color tonight on this video. And this is the last one for today. And I will tie these ends in between videos, because I'm not going to sit here and tie all these ends on for y'all to watch. And I will make the second half exactly like this one. I still have not come up with a schedule, though, for doing live videos. So, I've got to kind of do some research and see if people do those on a schedule. If that's what people normally do, I don't know. I've only watched a few lives, and I had not previously watched them before. So we'll see. And if you'd like me to come back on and do a video tomorrow even, like, I can do... I've seen some of them doing them every day. I just don't know if people would come back and watch every day. But I could finish this sweater pretty quick if I did that. So if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this after it has been posted, put every day in the comments. And I'll see if I can get the sweater done in like a week. And I'll do it every day on the live video so y'all can watch this whole process. I will have to change camera stands because as this grows, it is not going to fit in the scene here. But I have several camera stands. Look at those beautiful colors. That's so pretty. These are great fall colors. I've got a quiet grip on here right now, and that's fine. Y'all can stay quiet if you like. I'm thankful you're watching, and it would be nice if when it's over, if you would put a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and a subscribe if you want to see more, and then you'll get notified, you know, when the new ones come. And I did schedule this one ahead of time so you could, you know, be waiting for it. So I'm not sure how that worked exactly, but I think I've had more viewers on this one than the last one. This is only my second live video. So I appreciate y'all hanging around and helping me learn. I'm not a very exciting storyteller, but I do love crochet. We have this local place that it's about 45 minutes from me, actually. And it is a flea market where they have so much stuff. And it's one of those where it's real low cost. And sometimes they have no yarn. And sometimes they have so much yarn, you can't even fit it in 2 baby cribs. So that's where I've gotten a lot of my thrifted yarn. I love when they have a good selection because people donate up there. And I just love thrifting yarn. You have to watch it and make sure it's not, you know, icky. You don't want icky yarn. You want pretty yarn. But a lot of times they get some real nice yarn donated. But this is Hobby Lobby yarn that we bought last week on a shopping spree. It was very fun. We had a girls' day and we went shopping and out to lunch. Two, three, whoops. Gotta make sure I go through all that yarn. Whoops. Sometimes your yarn splits a little bit. And see, there it did it again. And I think the slicker the yarn, the easier it splits sometimes. We want 2 chains on the corner. Oh wow, that is beautiful. It is turning out so pretty. I thought I was going to last 30 minutes, huh? It has been 80 minutes. I did not expect that. Well, I crochet that long, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Do y'all get lost in crochet sometimes too? You just be working on a project and then you look up and it's 2 hours later. That happens a lot actually, especially in the late evenings. But I thank y'all for being on here. I really appreciate it. Yep. And I'm really excited about getting this one done. And I know my friend Tiffany is excited about me getting it done too, because it's for her. Whoop. And this is about 1/3 of each skein that I have, because I balled one skein up into 3 cakes, and the other ones I just did a small amount so I'd have enough for this video. 1, whoops, 1 and 2. We got 2 more sides. I love her choice of colors. And yeah, if y'all have an Ollie's in your area, I've seen a lot of videos that had Ollie's having yarn sales, and I went and checked an Ollie's, and they had $10 skeins for $5. So definitely worth the trip if you have a local Ollie's. And the only yarn they had though was chenille. Now I've seen some videos where people got all kinds of yarn at their local Ollie's, so you might have something different at yours. There we go. This is coming together so pretty. Is that 3? Yeah, this is the 3rd one. Okay. And the corner. Whoops, that split. This one's splitting, I think, a little easier than the other colors did. You gotta make sure you turn your hook just right when it's splitting a little more. One more full side and then a little bit on the edge. And we will be done for today. And I'm actually going to go sit on the couch and do the second side of this. Whoops, that pulled through. So I'll have it ready for the next video by tomorrow probably. Because I'm only going to do one side on film, on screen, whoops, on video here, film. And I'm going to get all these ends out of my way so I don't have all of them at once at the very end. Because that is worse. Whoop. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure it gets all in there. Yep. Well, y'all are a quiet bunch tonight. I still thank you for being here. I'm glad I can talk to y'all while I'm working. This pink one, this rosy pink, is a little slipperier than the others, than these other colors. In the last corner, here we are. We are at the end here. And y'all stuck it out with me. So glad you stayed. Anything that I have talked about in the video will be in the description. Probably by later tonight. And I'll probably put a list of those other YouTubers that Zora found, that Zora knew. I'll put those in a list. There we are. That section is done. So glad. And look at that beauty. It is so pretty. The colors are fall-like. This is kind of a brownish pink. It's so pretty. I thank y'all for watching, and I will come back maybe tomorrow and maybe the next day. We'll see. And we'll do another big section on this. I want to do this Hexagon Cardigan all on screen on a live video. This is my first big test for a live video. And I thank y'all for watching, and I will be back and see you on the next one. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.